What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And in this video I will show you the new evidence that something big is happening right now behind the scenes, and basically none of the retail community cannot predict what will be the next movement of authorities. And I will show you that potentially more and more brokerages are involved in the process of issuing of counterfeit shares, and I will show what I am talking about. And I want to start with this tweet. This tweet was made by Roger James Hamilton, and he posted, "John Burda, I am CEO of GNS, New York Stock Exchange American. We've been victim of rampant naked short selling. Had a long call with Wes yesterday on short kilo strategies, and he mentioned you. Would love to connect and see how we can work together." And this tweet was made on January the 12th, and I have to say that it is very promising when several CEOs of companies that had this impact on their stocks by authorities can collaborate with each other in order to solve this problem. And definitely John Burda answered yes. He posted this 19 hours ago. "Thanks Roger for sharing." And it is on his tweet when Roger James Hamilton posted this, I have to say, awesome video. And the video is showing the interview with Wes Christian. He is a lawyer famous for fighting illegal Wall Street share manipulation. And I have to say that you have to watch this video by yourself, because in this video you will find more evidence that right now we have some unthinkable details on the stock market, and these details show the potential fraudulent activity of market makers and official institutes. So, and let's continue with this tweet. John Burda, as I already mentioned, will collaborate with Roger James Hamilton. And in my opinion, it is very promising. I have to say that I found another evidence that this activity, basically the fraudulent activity from some authorities, happens not at the first time. Let me show you this article on Bloomberg. It was published on February of 2017, on 17th of February 2017. And the main idea of this article is that Dole Food, another company that was publicly tradable on New York Stock Exchange, became private. And during this action, as you can see, the number of shares exceeded, so-called accidentally exceeded from more than 36.7 million shares all the way up to more than 49 million shares. And nobody knows how it might happen. And definitely it is another evidence that a lot of authorities might be involved in the process of issuing counterfeit shares. That definitely brings a lot of pain to retail community and to the stockholders of minor companies. Definitely the most obvious reason is the dilution, and the second reason is that counterfeit shares are used in order to short shares and in order to push the price of minor companies lower. And definitely it is, in my opinion, the real crime that is happening right now on the financial markets. So, and let me show you some interesting detail that I want to share with you. I want to show you this topic that was published on Reddit thread related to MMTLP, and it was published just one day ago by D. Low Baggins. And he posted, "I called yesterday about my next bridge shares and E-Trade claims that I can direct register them, and they have for the certificates. They want to charge me $500 to do so though. I asked them if anyone has direct registered through them yet, and the person that I asked was talking to said no, because nobody wants to spend the $500. I called their bluff and said I will spend the $500, and then they said there were technical problems and to call tomorrow. So I'm wondering if anyone at all has DRS'd their shares yet through any broker. And if so, which one? I'm about to call E-Trade soon and pay the $500 to see if they squirm and lie to me again, and I will give an update. And I have to say that it is a very interesting precedent, because if they charge, first of all, let me explain. If a lot of brokerages want to charge mind-blowing amount of money in order just to issue a certificate that should be basically issued for free, and by this action they try to make the issuance of this certificate basically impossible from the financial standpoint, because it might cost much higher to pay this amount of money for minor shareholders than to receive some dividends from the next bridge hydrocarbons. And this means this number of shares, we don't know how many shares might be pulled out by this action, but with these shares definitely some brokerages want to hide their activity, because if nobody will pay this ridiculous amount of money to issue a certificate, definitely these shares will be, in my opinion, dismissed, so-called dismissed, and because of this action the discrepancy might be much lower, and this might be the way how the fraudulent activity of certain brokers might be hidden from retail community. And I have to say that it is not the only company that want to collect this ridiculous amount of money. Second one is right here, it is TD Ameritrade, and this post also was published on MMTLP Reddit thread. And right here you can see the screenshot, official screenshot, that they want to receive $500 fee for each certificate delivered. And it is basically ridiculous amount of money. On top of that, let me show you that we have some kind of weird activity behind the scenes, and let me quote you this post. Loaned out MMTLP shares. For those that had loaned out MMTLP shares, when was the last time you received interest payment? The shorts are stuck in limbo, so anyone with lent out shares should still be getting paid. If your payment stopped, then it means something is happening in the background. Just remember that payments are month to month and usually paid around the same time every month. Mine on first rate are usually paid from the 10th to 12th, and I didn't get anything this month so far. So I'm wondering if the shares were returned. And I covered it in one of my previous videos, because some brokerages still have the ability to lend MMTLP shares, and for example Webull is still doing it. And if for some reasons payments and interests that should be received by the owner of the shares is cancelled, definitely it shows that the position is closed. And if position is closed, it means that something is happening in the background. This means potentially fraudulent activity is still on the table, and we have these huge delays on the receiving the shares of next bridge hydrocarbons. And because of this, definitely some companies, probably some brokerages or some authorities might hide their illegal activity with these long delays. And what should we do in order to solve this problem? I have to say that if you haven't filled this form, please do so, because this form can help us to count all shares on a brokerage basis. So I think that's it for now. This is all information that I wanted to provide you. And if you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell. And see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stay